I'm Kelly, sitting here, watching my son build a plastic city with blocks. I'm reminded of how far I've come. Just a few days ago, I received a deposit notification of $200 for my sister, Ava. It wasn't a grand gesture, but it was a sign of change. It all started at Jaden's birthday party. The yard was filled with balloons, an inflatable slide, and a cotton candy machine. My son, Leo, was excited to give his cousin the card they'd made together the night before. But as soon as Ava saw us, she lifted her chin, as if she'd already won. Her boyfriend, Tom, stood beside her with a bouquet of balloons. Ava asked if I'd brought the keys to the luxury car she wanted. When I said no, she told Leo he wasn't welcome at the party because I wouldn't buy her the car. The atmosphere in the yard shifted. Conversation stopped, and phones were subtly lifted. I remained calm, just as I do in the studio when a singer is on the verge of a breakdown, but we still need that perfect take. I told Ava and the rest of my family about all the things I'd paid for over the years: braces, power bills, storage units. I realized that I'd been buying peace that I'd never truly received. I said I was done embarrassing myself, and that Leo wasn't a bargaining chip. As we left the party, Leo asked if he'd done something wrong. I reassured him that he'd done everything right, but grown-ups had made a bad rule, and we didn't follow bad rules. Looking back, I thought about my childhood. I grew up in a small house near a factory. The noise of machinery was the soundtrack of my childhood, and my mom was always worried about money. Ava, my younger sister, quickly learned that making a big fuss got her attention. I, on the other hand, learned to be useful and stay small. When I became a successful music producer, my family started to rely on me. Every time Ava changed her career, I was the one to support her new ventures. Whether it was her candle-making business or her lash-selling startup, I paid for the launch parties and the initial costs. My boyfriend, Mike, was the only one who saw the toll it took on me. He constantly told me I didn't have to keep proving I was a good person. But I always thought I was just helping. A few weeks ago, my mom insisted on a family dinner. Leo was excited about Jaden's upcoming birthday party and had made a beautiful card. During dinner, Ava brought up the car she wanted me to buy. When I said no, the room erupted in laughter. She then said Leo wasn't welcome at Jaden's party, and it was like a switch flipped inside me. That night, on the drive home, I paid for everyone's takeout. After tucking Leo in, I sat at my desk and started a note titled Boundaries. I listed all the financial support I'd been providing to my family and drafted emails to my parents and Ava. I informed them of the new boundaries. Sure enough, my phone started buzzing with missed calls and texts filled with guilt, anger, and bargaining. I replied to each one with the same message: please see email. By Monday, the phone plan change went through, and by Tuesday, Ava's storage auto charge failed. When she texted me saying she couldn't pay for the storage, I didn't cave in like I used to. I let the silence hold. My mom called, saying I'd gone too far, but I explained that it was necessary. She finally asked me what I needed, and I told her the rules. No using Leo as a punishment, no asking for money, and respect would be met with a positive response. In the end, there was no big showdown, just practical changes. Mom transferred her phone plan, Dad switched the insurance, and Ava started to take responsibility for her own finances. Now, as Leo plays happily with his blocks, I know I've made the right decision. Boundaries aren't walls. They're mirrors that show people where they stand. And for the first time in my life, I'm standing on solid ground.